What's up, guys? My name is Javi, and welcome to a Black Ops commentary today. I haven't posted a Black Ops gameplay in quite some time. Mostly been Modern Warfare 3, but anyways, hope you guys really enjoyed my montage, Millennium 1. It was posted Monday on 4 o'clock. It is on my channel. It almost has 40 likes and 200 some odd views. It went down really well, honestly. I only expected it to get like 100 views or something like that. I normally like what my other videos do get, but it actually got a little bit more than that, and it might actually go on NV, so this is turning out pretty good for me. So anyways, today is going to be a kind of special commentary. I'm going to discuss what is the most important part of a clan and who, sticks out the most, and what is rightfully the biggest impact on having a member into your clan. So I'm going to talk about the three main big sections of a clan. So starting off, you got your players. The players are obviously the biggest part. They're the ones who get the gameplays, commentaries, clips, montages, episodes, whatever you guys do. Most clans obviously do episodes and big montages. The players are obviously the most important, as I said. The players, some of them, like a lot of them, the more upper, more quote-unquote known players, some of them are actually pretty mean. I don't know why. I guess they just feel like they have the power to be over anybody else. Doesn't matter what the other person does. They just feel rightfully ultra powerful, and I'm better than you, and I don't know. It's just that they seem more attracted to their clan and themselves other than other people, which is kind of wrong on the right side. But there's a lot of the players out there that just do it for fun, which is what YouTube should be, which is just for fun, and it's just a hobby. It should be for everyone, unless you're like White Boy or Woody and actually take it seriously and do it for your job, but that's a different story. But the players, there's a lot of them nice, I said, and then there's a lot of them mean, so there's kind of a mix in between. But the thing is that I think being a player is, I'd say being an editor or graphics is kind of better, to be honest, because I get that your job for the clan is just to sit down, play Call of Duty, and get clips and gameplays. But the thing is if you have like an off day or something like that, and you can't get clips or gameplay, then you're kind of stressed with yourself. And that doesn't happen with graphics or editing. Like, you don't really have an off day. You already know what to do, what you're going to do, and you know how to do it. So, it's kind of different with those, sections. So, I guess, some people obviously say, players are more important, but I guess just players take more, skill, obviously. They take more knowledge of the game, knowing it better, and knowing what to do, how to hit clips, knowing what weapons to use, and all this stuff, and also playing with the right team. So obviously, there's a big side to the other side of the clan, which is editing and graphics. Now I'll talk about editing first, because I want to talk about my side, graphics, last. So editing, I do feel that it is important. Otherwise, if nobody thought it was important, then it wouldn't be there. But honestly, I do think it's important, because you can actually proceed editing throughout life. You can go to college for it. You can, edit movies and all that stuff. So, that's what I'm going to do for graphics. That's what I'm going to college for. Editing, I guess people underlook it, to be honest, because people mainly focus on the clips when they see a montage, which I don't have a problem with that. That's the big part of the montage is, focus on the clips, but you also want to kind of take a look at the editing, because the person sat down, or maybe two, maybe it was dual edit, the people sat down for many hours and put time into the montage, so it deserves some respect, the editing wise, along with the player who sat down and played Call of Duty for countless hours getting the clips. So there's kind of like even balance, but people seem to favor the player more than the editor. I don't really understand, because I'll use an example first. For an example, my friend Vasylum, he is edited for Optic a lot recently, and he's mainly been editing for Optic Wally. And whenever he edits an episode or montage or whatever for him, Wally gets more subs than Vasylum. just because Vasylum is the editor and Wally's the player. That doesn't really that doesn't really mean anything. To me, Vasylum is probably one of the best editors in the community, and I just think that editors and graphics deserve a little bit more exposure out there. You know, the players are the ones with the high sub ratios, and you know, the players and graphics, we're kind of a small community compared to the commentators and players. So I don't really know what we can do to uprise that. I mean, all of us try to be unique. We all try to create new styles, and we all try to do things that have never been seen before, but it's kind of hard when, you know, obviously the players try to be unique too, as using like ACOG silencer and getting a quad headshot feed. That's pretty unique. I feel the same way for graphics too. So I mean, I'm going to talk about graphics now. Editing, overall, I think it's important. I think it's underlooked, and I think people really just need to pay attention more. Obviously, I already talked about playing. Now I'm going to talk about graphics. Graphics is terribly underlooked, honestly. If there was no graphics involved, your YouTube background would be black, white, red, just some primary color, no design to it, just plain. You would have no logo at all. You would just have like that little person logo when you start off a YouTube channel. That's what you would have, because the graphics wouldn't exist. So everything, I think just YouTube would be boring. It'd just be a white website with videos. And I mean, there's no detail to it. Like, I think graphics, it honestly just brings livelihood into things. That's kind of a weird word to say, but honestly, it really does. It brings color, it brings, you know, just unique things, honestly. Like, if there's a clan and they just have that little personal logo, there'd be really nothing to the clan that makes them special besides their videos. I mean, ooh, they got a really good graphics team. That's what honestly people say sometimes. So anyways, that's my opinion, and I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary, and I'll see you guys next